Yo, it's Jazzy Jazz, and I'm excited because I have the multi-platinum legendary artist Q Parker in the Zoom building. And not only are you
Yes,
an artist, you're a producer, you're an actor, and you know what I love? You are an amazing husband. You've been married over 20 years. That
yes.
is a feat in itself. And you're an amazing father, and now you're a pop. So congratulations on that. You don't
Thank you
look like
so
a
much.
grand. You don't look like a grandfather. I'm keeping it real.
Listen, my goal in this season is to just redefine what we thought was how things supposed to look, how things are supposed to sound and feel. So that's the mission that I'm on.
I love it. And you're doing that with this dope new album you've got coming out, Evolution of Romance. You're bringing back the
Yes,
baby making music with a twist. So talk to me
yes.
about it.
So yes, Evolution of Romance is my second solo project, and I'm really excited about it because I'm excited to bring some romance back into the airways, into the hearts, into the homes of the consumers. I think that male R&B artists have a responsibility to be the deliverers of romance and vulnerability and all of those things. And I think somewhere along the lines, some of the artists kind of forgotten about that. And so my goal is to bring romance back to the forefront of the genre.
Love that. I mean, back in the day, it was, I'm gonna give you the moon and the stars and, just be with my
Yeah,
heart. Now it's like, yo, I can really get you from the back and the front, and I'm gonna need you to bend
yeah.
over. I'm like, what happened? So thank you. Thank you for
So
bringing it back. Us
yeah,
ladies, thank you.
absolutely.
So,
I feel that too when songs are fast tracking the relationships because the legacy of R&B male artists set the template, and we have to be true to what our forefathers and the legends before us, the groundwork that they laid, and they never just came out and was like, as you said, bend over and do all this. No, it was a way that we delivered the messaging. It was a way that we courted the ear. It's a way that we were delicate and vulnerable in how we delivered things. And so I just wanted to get back true to what our legends before us and the groundwork that they laid. So I just wanted to get back to that.
I know this is a hard question because it's like asking you to choose your favorite child.
Yeah.
But I remember Beg, which you said was inspired by your beautiful wife.
Yes.
Is there a banger on this that is particularly close to your heart that is like, oh, that's my favorite. That's my baby?
Well, yeah, you're right. It's hard to really choose, and so I never really answer such questions as a favorite, as opposed to I would say what's one of the more special ones, and because I believe the whole body of work is necessary, but I would say one of the more special songs on the project is "Beg" because it was the first song that reintroduced my voice, my instrument, my presence back into the marketplace. And there being a 12-year hiatus, an adornment period of 12/13 years. And so Beg was the first Q Parker proper song that the world has heard in years, and it was received so well. And it was like the first leg of this race that got people ears open and their eyes open to what this Q Parker romance movement was. So I would just say Beg is one of the most special ones.
It went top 10, and I love that
Yeah,
you call it a romance movement. I think
yeah.
that is so important to bring romance back. And when we think about 112, I mean, y'all rock that precision, that harmony, that poetry. What do you think the impact was of 112 is on R&B today?
Well, I mean, you can't tell the legacy of R&B male artists. You can't tell that story without mentioning 112, especially when you're talking about we were defined as hip hop and R&B, and it doesn't get any better than, a group or an artist able to merge those two and do it so smooth and so eloquent as we were able to do. And so, again, it makes me proud because I'm all about legacy. And again, you can't tell the story and the legacy of male R&B artists without mentioning 112. And so that just really makes my heart. Um,
No,
it-
that's a fact. That's a
yeah,
fact. There is no R&B without 112. It don't
yeah,
exist.
yeah.
So, you stepped out of the group, obviously, and went on your solo journey. What inspired that? And what artistic muscles are you kind of able to flex right now as a solo
Yeah.
artist that you couldn't in the group?
Well, the main thing is just having the platform all to myself. And that may come across as selfish, but when you are in a group so equally talented as 112, it's really hard to deliver 100% because everybody had to master 25% that equaled 100. But what that did was it just left years of 75% of Q Parker just sitting over in the
Mm.
corner. For me as a solo artist now, I'm able to give the world 100% of Q Parker. And I've coined myself the romance dealer because everything about me is I'm dealing romance. I'm campaigning romance. And so when you see me out on the road, going to radio stations, and when you see me performing, anytime you see me, I'm a representative of romance.
You could be responsible for some marriages, some babies, and all kinds of things about ready to
All
happen.
of that. All of that.
You are the first man I've met that traps romance.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I got it. What you need,
You
I got
are
it.
trapped. I love it. You are trapped in romance. Now, you were initially signed to Bad Boy, and I can only imagine that Diddy had a profound impact on you personally and professionally.
Yes.
What
Yeah.
are your reflections and thoughts as you look at him all gray now behind the walls? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, my thoughts are that's my brother. And as much as I can, I like to try to be in as much contact as I can through his sons. Let him know that he's not on an island by himself. That everybody ain't just forgotten about him. And I'm just not a fan of cancel culture. And for me, when somebody has impacted my life, it's hard for me to just throw them away, throw them in the trash. And again, that's just my personal story because for somebody who life he hasn't touched. Maybe they can just say, forget him and blah 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 blah. But I can't do that because he changed my life. He gave me an opportunity, invested in me and my brothers, in a way that has allowed me to have a 30-year career. We wouldn't even be on this Zoom had it not been for his vision and his creativity and his investment in the label Bad Boy. And so I'm super, super grateful in that regard. But again, not to say that I condone any of the things that have done, but I don't have a heaven or hell to put nobody in, and I understand that we all are human, we all make mistakes, and
Got it.
don't should just be killed because of they made some poor decisions.
Well, yeah, and everybody deserves second chances. I'm a big believer in second
Yeah,
chances, and people having an opportunity to evolve, reform themselves, and give back, and he has had, no one can doubt the incredible influence he's had on the industry, period. He's put on a lot of
absolutely.
artists, changed a lot of lives. So, like you said,
Yeah,
doesn't condone the behavior that we saw. Nobody's
yep.
about that life. But, second chances, y'all, forgiveness and stuff. So, have you gone to visit him? Have you talked to him?
So I have not been able to visit him. I've had communication through third parties, and it's just general. Hey man, let him know I'm thinking about him. Let him know I love
Yeah.
him. And I would love to go visit him. I had the fortunate pleasure of seeing him the day before he went in. And that exchange was something that I'll never forget. I was able to play for him some songs off of the Evolution of Romance album. He gave me his blessings because he still is somebody that influenced me and somebody that I hold in such high regard when it comes to music and being able to choose hits and where this should go. And so it was really, really I'm really grateful that I had that opportunity to share with him before he turned himself in, and that's something that I'll never forget. But he did give me his blessings on some of the records that I played for him.
That's well, maybe we'll see some new music coming out of prison.
Hey,
You never know, right? So you are ride or die. I could tell you are a ride or die man. You've been ride or die for your family. Been married, what,
yeah,
22 years now? Like
23
I
years,
said,
yeah.
dubs up, and y'all know he is married to a beautiful boss sister.
Thank
Yes, black love in the building.
thank
How
you.
do you keep it spicy? What's the secret?
Wow, I would say the secret is just, committing every day. Just focusing on getting a win every day. Don't bring yesterday into today.
Mm.
Resetting every day. And a good friend of mine said to me, he said, you'll always know how a person feels about you by the level in which they are willing to sacrifice for you. And my wife has sacrificed a lot for me. I also for her, and again, the goal for me and for us is to just win every day. Just win every day. If we focus on winning today, then we'll look back and see, wow, we had a great week. Wow, we had a great
Aw.
wow, the last 6 months have been great. Wow, the last 10 years have been great. By just having that singular focus of winning every day and then staying on the water. And what I mean by staying on the water, you know how when you swim and you're underwater, you don't hear anything else that's going on outside. It's not until you come out from underwater you hear all the ah. And so we have this mindset and this motto like just stay underwater. Nothing matters but the two of us. All of the outside noise and all of the outside chatter that doesn't come into our relationship. Let's keep that stuff out and let's just remain underwater together.
Like a special way of resolving conflict that might come up?
Say it one more time.
I said, do you have like a special way of resolving conflict that might come up?
Resolving conflict, nothing is really that serious.
Right.
And uh, have none of us are perfect, and I believe that we everybody has to have a great relationship with the word grace because along with grace also is forgiveness. You're going to be on either side of that coin multiple times in your life. And if you don't have a great relationship with those things, you're going to do yourself a disservice. And so I try to stay in a great space with grace in space, but also in forgiveness as well.
Well, you are dropping pearls right now. Y'all listen up. If you're in a relationship, those are pearls. Now, you've got married young, relatively young, like you were in your
Uh,
20s, right? But it was also a time when you're blowing up as 112.
mhm.
So the tours, the groupies, I'm sure maybe some of your boys were wilding out. How did y'all withstand that?
Well, so that was one of the trying and difficult times in the relationship in the marriage. I think anybody that has been married 20 plus years, you don't get there with every day just being great. There are peaks
Mhm.
and valleys that you're gonna have to endure, that you're gonna have to work through. And so during those early years, absolutely, was I too young? As I look back now, that was probably not the best time for me to get married, but I'm just still so grateful that I have somebody that's a ride or die because she had the patience to allow me to grow into my adulthood. She had the patience to allow me to just grow in my manhood and fatherhood and leader and all of things. And just at 26, when we got married, I just wasn't really, really ready. But again, one of the reasons why I ride or die is because of the fact that she remained so patient and she's been a ride or die with me.
He just loved you on up. I loved you up to be ready, right?
Yes, yes.
I love that. Well, we want to know a little bit about you. And remember, folks, pick up Evolution of Romance. It's out now, streaming on all platforms. And of course, you can buy it on all the places where you buy music, but it is fire. You're not going to want to miss it. Great date night music, too. Ooh, right? Because a lot of us are missing a little romance in our life. But what's something about you that would surprise your fans? Your bad habit, your pet peeve, a quirk? Like, what's something about you that we don't know?
Wow. One thing about me that one may not know is I can be impatient at times.
Mm.
And number two, I don't know if they call it what they call it, a green thumb for like planting and stuff, but I have a carpentry hand. I love building. I love working with wood. During COVID, I just fell in love with a hobby of woodworking and carpentry work, and so that may be something that the world may not know.
What's the thing that you made that you're most proud of?
I built the tool shed in my backyard.
Okay,
Yeah, I
rusty
built.
tool shed.
Then I became um hooked on and addicted to Home Depot and Lowe's, and so I went and just was buying all kind of tools that I didn't even know how to use. Um, but I knew my shed had to look like, a real professional. And now, granted, as the time has gone on, I've become, more in tune with the machinery and the tools and all those things, and so I'm just in love with it all.
Your family, because I know that's number one, but what's bringing you joy outside of music and your fam?
This family, just I am a grandfather and of three, and they just give me life. Just
Okay,
seeing,
Grandpa.
yeah, just seeing the youthfulness in there, the free spirit. Um, it's just, man, it's now I understand why grandparents have always throughout the years been super super special, because they have a role in our lives of just love and patience and kindness and spoiling and hugging and kissing and you just
Oh
all of those things. And so my oldest grandson is 4, then I have a set of twins that are 2, and
my
so
God, so adorable, I bet.
yeah, they are just the love of my life right now.
And those are delightful ages.
Yeah.
So what do they call you? Are you Pop Pop? Are you Grandpa?
Nah, I'm GP.
GP. Oh, okay. You got to keep it cool. I see you.
Af- Yeah, I mean, I couldn't do the pop pop and the granddaddy. Like I just couldn't do that. No, GP.
GP.
Yeah,
Parker is GP. So
that's it.
just to go rapid fire things on music, who do you think is the most underrated R&B vocalist of all time right now?
Ooh, well, whew, that could be a lot of people, but the one that I'll just is top of my head, and I'm a huge fan of is Freddie Jackson.
Eddie Jackson, yeah, and he doesn't always get his flowers. It's true.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
true. Now,
yeah.
if you could collab with one artist, I know you're doing your solo thing, but if you could bring one artist on to collab with you, who would it be?
One artist to collab with, I wouldn't even say that it's pinpointed by name because normally people go to people that are already a name. But for me, I'm more focused on the work and the product, and I want the product
Mhm.
super super solid, and that could come from somebody that's already a name, but it also could be somebody that's bubbling, that's unsigned, that
On
is
the come up.
on the come up. As long as we do something that is super amazing and super dope and contributes to the legacy of great R&B songs, then sign me up.
Was there one R&B album or song that really kind of changed your life when you were on the come up yourself?
One song,
It was just like, yo, this is
I
why I
probably say
want to do
Boys,
R&B.
I'll make love.
This, which one?
Boys to Men, I'll make love to you.
That's so interesting. You said Boys to Men. I was going to ask you 112 or Boys to Men. Which one?
Well, of course, 112 all
No,
day.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
But
But that's
I just remember being in early high school, middle school when I'll Make Love to You came out and Bended Knee, and man, I sang them songs, sang till I couldn't sing them no more. And then Boyz II Men would later be one of the inspirations to 112, along with Jodeci and Blackstreet and Silk. All of those,
mm,
they all just inspired us in a major way.
the greats, the greats. Well, last couple of questions. What do you have to have in your dressing room?
What do I have to have in my dressing room? Ginger mints.
Ginger mints.
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting. So if anybody wants to make you smile and make friends with you, come with some ginger mints, right?
Gin-
That'll
Yes.
work it. That'll do it.
I
And
watch.
last question, what's your guilty pleasure?
My guilty pleasure would be self-care. I'm addicted to just making sure that I'm being I won't say spoiled, but I make it a point to do things like facials and massages and the sauna, the stretch lab. Yeah, those yoga, hot yoga. Like whenever I have a free moment to myself, you can find me at one of those spaces, just giving to myself.
See that though. You look very manscaped, as they say.
Well,
You
thank you
know,
so much.
there's no dirt under those fingernails, okay?
Not at all. That see, you know why? Because that's not that R&B shit. We got to stay on that R&B shit. And when we signed up to say that we were going to be manicured. We was going to be, our lips wasn't going to be chapped. We was going to be have nice breath, groomed hairline. Like that's what we signed up for. And so you're right. No, you're never going to catch Q Parker with dirt under my nails. And even though I love woodworking, by the time you see me, oh, best believe I done got them joints manicured and clean.
Smell good. That's what
And
it's
cologne,
about.
absolutely, absolutely.
I don't want to leave without having you talk about your philanthropy because I
Yeah.
love that you and your wife really give back to the community. Just share a few thoughts about that and what you're doing.
Yes. So in 2016, I founded the Q Parker Legacy Foundation, and our focuses are senior citizens and children. Uh,
Oh,
in a way because the reality is they're on their last leg, right? This is the final stages of their lives, and it doesn't have to be miserable. It doesn't have to be forgotten. It doesn't have to be riddled with pain or any of those things. And so we show up throughout the year to do things like musical bingo, karaoke, active aging,
oh,
job fairs, and then at the end of the year we do an annual caroling gala where I get a lot of my friends and we put on this produced show singing Christmas carols, gifts, prizes, raffles, and all of that. And then with the children, those that aspire to be in the music entertainment industry, I have a 2 week summer camp. This would be year 10 of the summer camp, where it's just a 2 week intensive program where we nurture the gift, but we also educate them on the business of the entertainment industry. So if they do
so
decide to,
important.
they have a basic understanding and knowledge of how to navigate the world of independence because everybody not gonna sign a record deal.
No,
So
that's so important too, though, but just understanding the business, because if you do sign, you don't want to get ripped off, which happens to so
exactly.
many of our artists, So,
Yes.
congratulations for that. Big shout out to you and applause, standing ovation for giving back like that. That is so important. So, what's next for Q?
What's next is Evolution of Romance Volume 2. Um
Yes.
No, I specifically and intentionally placed volume one on the title of the album because I wanted the world to know that I'm not going nowhere for a while. I'm going to be here with this romance series as the romance dealer, delivering this romance for at least 4 to 5 volumes. And so, um, immediate next, probably after Valentine's celebration, I'll go in and start recording volume two for summer release.
Oh, I love it. I mean, I love that you are starting this romance movement, and we hope a
Yeah,
lot of artists join it because we need
yeah.
romance now more than ever. So, what an honor it's been to chop it up with you, Q. Thank you so much for spending time with me.
And
We
thank
love
you.
you.
Back.
Mwah.